Hello everyone, Renee Montgomery here, voice teacher and singer. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the topic of confidence when it comes to the singing voice. This is a topic that quite often I think is overlooked when it comes to voice training in particular, and maybe not quite sure how to go about how to build confidence in a singer. And for myself over the years, these are some helpful tips I've found that have really helped me. Sometimes I use these with my students as well if they need it. With that being said, you may be saying, well, singers don't need confidence. Aren't they confident enough? They go on stage and sing publicly. I mean, must be plenty of confidence. Yes and no. Some singers are extremely confident. It doesn't bother them at all. They just go up on stage and sing, and they don't care what anyone thinks, or doesn't bother them at all. And there are other singers, such as myself. I'll put myself in this category. I'm a little bit more introverted, and it takes a lot more mental and emotional energy for me to put myself on stage. Sometimes even teaching, depending on the situation. But singing publicly, certainly, and performing on stage, that is something I have had to work really, really, really hard at, building confidence around putting myself on stage. I love it. You may say, Renee, why are you doing that to yourself if you're like not confident? Because I love it. I have loved singing since I was a little girl, and I love performing, even though I've had to work really hard at building confidence over the years to do it. So what I want to do is talk a little bit about confidence, how to build confidence, and I'm going to start with one tip today, and then over the next 5 days, I'm going to give out another tip each day through a vlog. So what I want to talk about today, the number one thing I think that's important for any performer to identify, whether or not you have confidence already or want to build more confidence, is to find out your why. Why do you love singing? What got you motivated to want to go into singing in the first place? When you can identify your why, and I had to kind of look in and identify my why through the process. When you can identify your why, there's a rickety truck going by. You can identify your why, that can really help motivate you and get you through the tough spots. Like if you go to an audition and you don't get cast, if you have a tough voice lesson, maybe the teacher's asking you to do something new and it's hard to learn it. Maybe it gets a little bit frustrating. Knowing your why can really help you get through those tough moments and remind yourself why you're singing, why you're going on stage, why you're going to these auditions. For me, my why, two whys really. For this, just the performer singer part of me, I wanted to be a professional singer since I was a little girl. I do love singing on stage. I love singing in general, and I love being able to connect the lyrics and the emotion of the song and the music with the audience, and to deliver something emotionally to them that maybe they needed. Music can be very healing, and I know for me it is, so for others as well. And for me to be able to get up on a stage, or even just a small, singing for a few friends, if I'm able to connect and give them some emotion behind that, they're able to feel something, or maybe it distracts them from what's going on. Whatever the reason is, they came to hear that performance, or they came to support you and hear you sing and perform. They want to be moved, they want to be touched. And I absolutely love that part of singing, even though getting up on stage sometimes can be hard for me. So I would encourage you to identify your why. I mentioned I have two whys. My second why when it comes to teaching, I absolutely love teaching. It is so fulfilling for me to be able to help a singer develop their confidence, their voice, their artistic expression. And I always like to ask my students why they like to sing. And I encourage everyone to find that why. Even if you already have a ton of confidence and you're like, I love performing, I sing all the time. Ask yourself, why did I get into this? Because even if you're super confident already, there are going to be moments where maybe you hit a wrong note on stage, or again, maybe you don't get the role you thought you were going to get. and you've got to keep going forward. And knowing your why can help you push through those tough moments. So that's my tip of the day, tip 1 for building confidence with your voice and performing. The singer's confidence would be find your why, what intrinsically motivates you to pursue singing. And I hope you're enjoying the background. Here in Florida, sitting outside, just finished a great meal, enjoying the extra vitamin D. So please feel free to message me. Again, this is based on my life experience and what has helped me over the years to develop my confidence from going into new situations. And when it comes to performing and singing, and this probably will help you outside of singing as well to some extent, but looking forward to having another vlog on day 2 to post the second tip.